What's up, guys? What's going on? Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. It is Hump Day live. Get some. My name is Jason. You're watching Ray of Light Tarot. Burning a little Palo Santo to help encourage. I'm trying to help encourage a love vibration up in here. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. And I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday. How's your life? How's the middle of the work week treating you? How has your hump day been, guys? Hello, Giselle Velez. Nice to see you. You've been in here a lot lately. Hello, Nicole. You're on the list, baby girl. So the list is closed, guys. If you have not already registered, it's already closed down. So any payments that come in from now on will be pushed to the next mini reading. So I've got a full list. But yeah, we're going to get this thing popped off in just a little second here. It smells really good. Oh, yeah. What does that say? What does that say? Hey guys, welcome, 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 welcome. So let me read the list off here, what I've got, and have you guys all get, I think most of the people that are on the list, it looks like you're all here already, so we can get started right away. So here's my list, and I don't know who's here, so we're gonna just go in order and see who's here. So let's go ahead and start getting your question ready if you have submitted the payment, because I've got you on the list already. So otherwise, it's closed. Hey, Christina, yeah, you're on the list. So it's Isha, Valerie, Nicole, Melissa, Lynette, Emily, Christina, Deborah, Elaine, Joan, Lisa, Darcy, and Stephanie. Oh, thank you, Giselle. You're so sweet. That is the list for the mini one question readings. Okay. And so let's try to go in order. I don't know if Isha's here. I know Valerie, I saw you pop in. So I think unless Isha is here, and I have not seen Isha say hello, Valerie, go ahead and put your question up. And then Nicole, you're next after Valerie. I'm using the Arcanum deck tonight. And I am going to, in the middle of this, I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, it's a pretty big list already. That's why I said it's closed. It's already closed. What I'm going to do is use the Arcanum deck. I am going to what is happening with my Aries? Uh-oh. You got that sign of God of War. Aries, the God of War. Some combative energy. All right, so I am going to pull a couple Oracle cards because Mercury went direct today. Thank you. Thank the gods and goddesses. We're super happy about that. Mercury went direct. Yeah, that's a good thing. Believe me. And Scorpio season is almost over. Oh my God. Thank you, Scorpio season, for being almost over. All right. What is going on? What is going on? Thank you, guides. Thank you, archangels, spirit guides, ancestors. What's going on with Valerie's? Yeah, it's a very good thing. What's going on with Valerie's Aries? Using the Arcanum deck. I think I already mentioned that. Yeah, Aries is a nice energy. I get along really well with people with strong Aries in their chart. So, two majors came out, the Hierophant and the Magician. We've also got the Queen of Wands and the Two of Swords. This is interesting because it feels like there's a lot of, with the Hierophant, that Taurus energy is very much about something something becoming very grounded and stable. It also represents, for me, in a reading that's regarding love, it's an energy of something being very divinely guided, soul based. And then when you've got that Magician too, sort of bookending these things, it's saying that what's happening now is divinely guided, but also that this person has a lot within their own power that they control their destiny in a lot of ways. So what's happening though in the middle here with the Queen of Wands and the Two of Swords, is that her, the Queen of Wands? I don't feel like that's you, Valerie. Who's the Queen of Wands in this? There's also the Three of Swords. Who's the Queen of Wands in this? So your Aries is trying to heal from someone that's coming through as the Queen of Wands, someone's energy who comes through as very strong, dominant energy. It's someone from the past, though, because there's a lot of healing needed, and there's a little bit of blocked energy, which is like a need to make movement. So when you see the Two of Swords like this, and then you've got the Magician coming right after it, for me, this is definitely a message about the fact that there's some blocked up energy and trouble moving forward or making a decision or sticking to a decision. And it's all within this person's power to do that because of the Magician card. So probably, that's probably who this is. It didn't feel like you at all. And then when we got the Four of Swords coming out to clarify it, that tells me this person has a lot of healing to do. Your Aries has a lot of healing to do because of this Queen of Wands energy. And with the Hierophant here, it's okay though. See, the thing about whatever this is, don't let it get you frustrated or down, because when the Hierophant comes in for me, this is sort of a confirmation that everything's happening like it's supposed to. Don't get it twisted or confused. Nothing's happening against the grain or, you know, this isn't, even if it's a little stagnant or slow in moving forward, it's happening as it's supposed to. In other words, with this energy of something not being decided upon or not really making a decision, avoiding something, and the Magician coming out right beside it, when this energy is like this and it's saying to me that, okay, it's within his power to move forward, this person's got the power to be the Magician and move forward, but they're not. You better believe the universe is putting friction on them. They're putting like a lot of pressure and friction to make this happen. So this person is experiencing a lot of pressure to move forward, even though they're not necessarily moving forward, right? Like they are feeling the pressure and the need to move forward. Got it? Hey, Isha, you're next. So that's what's going on here. There's a lot of pressure to move forward. There's not a lot of action to move forward. But again, with the Hierophant, don't feel like things aren't happening the way they're supposed to. They're happening exactly as they're supposed to. Go ahead and get your question typed up, Isha. Yeah, but this need for healing, and this is definitely sort of solitary energy. So I don't think I'm not getting the feeling, Valerie, that this person is. Hey, Darcy, I'm not getting the feeling, Valerie, that this person is ready to be. This is a need to heal alone. I mean, that's what that is, right? I need to spend some time going within and getting some real understanding of yourself. This person is not connected to themselves strong enough right now. So that's really what's going on. Sounds about right. Thanks. Okay, good. No, sorry, I'm not open for questions. I had to close the list before I even came on tonight. That's what I've been saying. Sorry, guys. It's just the way it is because I've got too many people as it is, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get through the list I've already got before we're done. So I'll just have to refund anyone that I can't get to. All right. So next is Isha. What's your question, Isha? You're welcome, Life Path. Sorry, next time. I'm going to be doing more minis now. Now that I'm back from class being done, I'm going to be on more. So my energy was pretty drained the past couple weeks, but we're back. Hey, Sparky. Hey, Darcy. All the kids from the class are here. All the students, the graduates. Okay, so blocked my ex since he... Okay. What's in terms... Hey, Mel, it's good to see you. Okay. We shall see here. What's next for Isha? Love life stuff. What's next for Isha? Well, you're really on the cusp of something new. You've got the Ace of Pentacles here, so definitely there's new energy coming in. You may even be changing directions. This could be a complete change of direction. That path is really standing out, and it feels like a new path that's leading you to something really a lot of success in your life. Here's the issue, though. You've got the Devil card, right? You've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse, right? And then you've got the Hermit. So although the Ace of Pentacles is here, just around the corner, you definitely have to... This is saying to me really strong. You've got to make sure and not let yourself get stuck. I think you're wanting this ex back though is the problem. Like I don't feel like you're this person you're blocking. I don't think you want to block them. I don't know. Whatever this devil energy is, there's something that you've got to break free from because you're not, something's got you out of balance here with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, right beside the devil card. And guidance card is the Hermit, Isha. So you're needing to really do some soul searching here. See, the energy of the Hermit, when I see the Hermit card, you know what I think about? I think of like, well, I was raised Catholic and Baptist. I think of like the season of Lent, you know, the 40 days beginning with Ash Wednesday and then leading all the way up into what, Good Friday? Is it to Easter or Good Friday? There's a 40-day period. Anyway, those 40 days that represent the time where Jesus went and fasted in the desert, you know, to be tempted. That's what I think about when I see the Hermit card. I feel like there's some need for you to sort of like be by yourself right now and do like let yourself be tested and tempted because I don't know why you block this person. I mean, I don't know, you know, I'm not a psychic, guys. What I am is an intuitive empath. I feel the energy of these cards and I do get a message here or there, but what I do is I just feel into it. And what I'm feeling about it is I definitely feel, there's a need to really go within and spend some time really, I feel like you need to really get organized with what you want, right? And, super hermit energy, it's a personal reading. Yes. I really feel like you need to spend some time figuring out what you want because the great thing about the Hermit card, this is, see, a lot of people don't like it, the Hermit card. I love the Hermit card. I mean, I'm a Virgo. This is Virgo. Virgos, we are really happy in Hermit energy, just shutting the world out, kind of doing our own thing. That's what I've been doing a lot lately. And it's a great time to way to heal if you don't overdo it. Like you want to, this is an important energy to not overdo or underdo. You have to find that perfect balance in this because you overdo this in Hermit energy and you can get really depressed and get in a rut. If you underdo it, you can you're really going to be worn out and low energy because you haven't taken enough time. So it's really a special energy that you just have to find the perfect, you know, amount of. So I definitely feel like you need to, because usually the ideal with the Hermit card is like in the after tarot, after this, the Hermit comes out of that having filled up his magic tank and he's stronger than the magician after this period. He's ready to really go and manifest some abundance and he's ready to use his magic to go and get the world and to bring about what he wants. Virgos are master manifestors. Truly, naturally. Okay, it comes very natural for a Virgo. And so this energy is about you're going to have a lot more success in this relationship or any other love relationship. And there is something new. Remember, these aces are divine gifts. There is something new trying to come in for you. Okay, it's right here on the horizon. But before that's going to come in, you've got to take some time. And I think I'm not getting any other stuff. Behind that is the Three of Cups, and it's this Three of Cups that's that collaboration into the one. I really feel like this isn't someone new in love. It's a new start, but I don't think it's someone new. I think it's someone established. Could be Capricorn or Virgo in their chart. You know, doesn't have to be. Or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with that King of Swords at the bottom. But I think it's someone established because this feels like hard energy that's already really strongly connected to someone else. So that's what I've got for you. I think the most important card here, I mean, the Devil card is a major too, but I feel like you're already breaking away from that energy and that it's not so much the focus isn't really on the Devil card. You already know whatever this stuff was that's caused the toxicity up until now. The most important card is the Hermit card because that's how you get out of this. That's how you get this stuff balanced out that's in reverse. This is the most important. So focus on your time. Look at the heart space of the Hermit in this. It's just like explosion of love. So you're going to come out of this in a really receptive state if you do it right. I really feel that. I want to do like, well, I can't. Yeah. That's what I got for you right now. If you need to get a personal reading sometime soon, let me know because I want to do a map of destiny for her for some reason. I feel like that I don't know what the specifics are, but you do what you got to do. Do your grounding, do your stuff, focus on you, and that way you can be open to what the universe sends you, and just be ready because when you get like an Ace of Pentacles energy, I'm sorry guys for going a little long on hers, but I have to tell her this. When you get that Ace of Pentacles energy, Isha, sometimes that is, here's what that is. Sometimes that is the universe not just giving you all this good stuff. sometimes you're going to get tests along with that. So be looking out for tests, okay? Because sometimes that comes through as tests. So what I'm saying is Ace of Pentacles can be a lot of good things, but it can also be like your ex coming back not ready to do what you want or what you deserve. And so the universe could be testing you to see how do you react. Do you allow that kind of energy in, or do you say, oh, no, not today? You know what I mean? So be prepared for all of that, okay? Thank you, Isha. Okay, next is Nicole. Nicole C., you are next on The Price is Right. Come on down. Energy check, progress check on Anthony. How is he feeling about our connection? I keep having dreams that he contacts me, and yeah, you're a twin soul. I know that, Nicole. There's a lot of dream space energy I know for twin souls. I know that firsthand, and it's insane dreams too. So be on the lookout. Strong messages in the dreams, but you have to be able to understand the symbolism. He contacts me, acts like nothing bad happened. Okay. Okay, let's see. What's up with Nicole's person, Anthony? Show us. Okay. Yeah, I can see that there's a lot of forward movement as far as communication. But with the death card and the world card, wow, something's coming. I don't, oh, okay. Wait. Page of Cups. You got the Eight of Wands came out. And so there's definitely like communication, continuing communication, I think, now and in the near future. And it's probably going to become more and more frequent. But the thing that's funny is Empress. You got some majors here: Empress, Death, the World, right? And then thank you, Isha, for monitoring. And then the Page of Cups. So it's kind of what I feel right off the bat is that what's happening is there's communication, but I feel like the communication is actually leading to something ending. And so I'm not sure if that's something you like or not. I don't think it is something. It doesn't feel like a good thing, maybe, but or at least it doesn't feel like something that feels good necessarily. But I think it is good because the world is a really good completion, and then the Page of Cups comes in. So it's almost like there's a new start love wise. You're doing what you're supposed to do because you come out as the Empress again. So the Empress, that's flowing energy, a lot of heart space energy, very nurturing. If if topics are being avoided or the past is being avoided, that might be okay right now. But the overall energy is the Eight of Swords. So I'm sorry, the Nine of Swords. So ultimately, it's because of like anxiety kind of keeping this thing suppressed in a way. So I feel like something is kind of going to come up. Either it's going to come up because there's not honest communication about the past and it's not like conflict resolution, or it's going to come up because it's talked about. So something's going to come up. I definitely feel like it's a good thing that this is happening now. You know, this is probably going to happen for you guys in the next like 4 days. And the reason I say that is because with this death card strong here, I do feel like this is about this Scorpio season energy that we've all been dealing with. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Like I said, listen, I've been complaining about the Scorpio energy, but it's a good energy. I mean, when you think about what it's doing, like what it's the goals that it's accomplishing, what it's accomplishing, it's good energy. It's just fucking sucks, right? It's death energy. Like that's not fun energy to deal with. When you think about Scorpio energy, it's death and rebirth and fears. For me, it's been all of my fears coming up and facing, just like staring at me. Things I thought I had gotten over in my life a long time ago. Things I thought, and that's what this is for you guys. So be careful with your communication because your communication is on the uptick. And it feels to me like you're not going to get out of Scorpio season alive, is what I'm getting, Nicole. And that's, what are we, like 3 days into Sagittarius and 3 days away? So ultimately, though, it's going to be good. So when I say you're not going to get out of it alive, whatever's about to come up or is simmering right now, it's like a slow rolling boil. It's good because it's actually leading to love blossoming. This is like a new beginning in love. It's like springtime, just like right after the winter when things just start to come out of the ground. So, Page of Cups isn't any great big grand gesture, but it's an offering. It's communication and it's loving. So it's good. What is happening here is good. This is Anthony needing and wanting to communicate with you about things that are more of a deeper nature, but not being able or having it within him right now to do it himself. And it's Scorpio energy is going to prompt that. So you need to be open to that. I know you are, but maybe allow that to happen. I think there's resistance on both sides of going too deep so that it messes things up and doesn't allow things to start to heal. There seems to be a resistance. It's like magnets that are repelling each other right now. So I think there's resistance on both sides to going deep right now in the fear that it might cause even more problems. But it's probably what needs to happen. Thank you, Nicole. Melissa, you're next. Melissa, then Lynette, then Emily, then Christina G, then Debbie, Elaine, Joan, Lisa V, Darcy, and Stephanie. Hi, I'm a new subscriber. Hello, new subscribers. Okay, where is... Yeah, Melissa. Is Melissa here? Oh, guys, by the way, I think I understand that, Nicole, and I think you do kind of want him in your life on some level, and you don't want to make it, you want to make it nice, right? Um, yeah, me too, Mel's, me too. I think it's, and thank you for the ending of Scorpio season gift. That was, I love those cards. Um, yeah, go ahead and throw your question up. Oh, thank you, Darcy. I think we'll make it. Hopefully, you're toward the bottom of the list though, so hopefully we'll make it. Yeah, we were full before I even came on tonight. What was I going to say? What was I? I was saying something, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, you guys, I wanted to say thank you. I had totally forgotten. For those of you who wished my grandmother a happy 87th birthday, that was really sweet. I let her read all of the comments, and she said to say thank you to everyone. It meant the world to her, and she really, really appreciates it. So thank you to everyone. So in the future, Aaron, if you turn your notifications on, when I do these mini reads, usually a couple times a week, I haven't been good about doing it a couple times a week, but usually it's once or twice a week. I will come on and let you guys know a couple hours before so that you can get on the list by making a donation to either the Cash App or PayPal. Okay, I keep getting weird bouts of anxiety and sadness that aren't related to my current mood. Am I picking up on someone else's energy? Probably. Let's see. When it happens like that, Mel's, when it sweeps in out of the blue, this started happening to me when I woke up with the twin soul journey, and then it started once I noticed it, it started happening to me everywhere. At work, I was absorbing everyone's energy because the more aware you become of it and sort of receptive to it, the more it affects you. But you really get to notice when it's someone else's energy and not your own, especially because of the way it just comes over you out of nowhere. The first time I really was cognizant of it, I was at work in my cubicle when I worked a 9 to 5, and my coworker, Catrice, looked at me and she was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just want to kill somebody." And she was like, "That's not your energy. You've been fine all day, and you just did it like that." And I looked around, and this person had come into the office who had a really low, like really negative attitude, and I didn't even know he was there. But he was on the other side of my cubicle, and literally his energy, like black smoke, just came over and invaded me. That was the first time I was really aware of how other people were affecting me in that way. But yeah, big sign of it, Mel's, is when it just comes over you out of nowhere and it's completely opposite to your actual mood. That's such an obvious sign that you're an empath and you're absorbing other people's energy. And a lot of times, if you're on a strong soul connection with somebody that's part of your awakening, you first recognize it because they sort of help you awaken to when two empaths are connected like that, that's a thing that happens too. So, yeah, I'm sorry you're having to deal with that. You've got to practice protecting your energy. Let's see what's going on. What's this all about? Why is she experiencing this? Well, this is part of your spiritual path. See what's going on for you right now. Clearly, you've got a lot of healing to do right now. I don't know how long you've been going through this or how long you've been conscious or awakened, but based on the cards, you're at a place where you've got some major healing that needed to happen in your life. I don't know what accompanied your awakening, if it was a solo thing, if it had to do with another person, it doesn't really matter. At this point, all that matters is that you're awake and you've got a lot of healing to do. You got the Four of Pentacles, which means there's things you're holding on to that are no longer of value in your life, whether it's heart armor or past relationships or past traumas. You're holding on to all this stuff and your hands are full. You need to be receptive and you can't receive anything like this. See that? That person can't get anything new because they're holding on to a bunch of junk. You've also got the moon, a major arcana, divine feminine energy representing secrets, things which are hidden, a lot of deep emotions but aren't being expressed. You're holding all this stuff inside, which can make you sick. And the moon is in reverse. It's telling us that as soon as you can let go of this and also get yourself out of this prison you're in a mental prison. That's what this is, the Eight of Swords. You're literally in a mental prison of your own making. You can't blame anybody else now that you're awake. So what's going on is you've got to get yourself out of this. This is not real. This is your fears, your anxieties, all of this stuff. Now, granted, like you said, that's not you. That's not you. This stuff is you. This isn't about other people. This is about you. The stuff that you're feeling from other people is to guide you now that you're like wide awake and on your path. I don't know how long you've been doing it, if it's been years, but this is about you having to release this stuff. The reason it's all affecting you this way is so that you'll stay awake, because as you start to release all this emotions, you've got the moon in reverse. For me is like the star upright. You know, in the star, that Aquarius card where she's just pouring the water out, that represents emotions coming up and just being poured out of you. To me, the moon in reverse is all those emotions being poured out, okay? You've got to do that. And look what card came out as your overall energy, the Nine of Pentacles. And so this is why I said it's really about you, okay? It's really about you. So this is about you being able to fulfill all of your dreams. When I see the Nine of Pentacles, especially when I'm doing like relationship readings, which is what I mostly do, it's telling me that somebody is at a point where they are supposed to be. The Nine of Pentacles, the 10 represents the treasure chest. If it's a relationship, it can represent everything, like a long-term great relationship. This represents all of your dreams coming true, your personal dreams. This is about you, yourself, your higher self, and your connection with source. So what this is saying is you're on a journey right now in this moment to allow this to come in for yourself. Relationship, you could be in a soulmate. I don't know anything about that. You could be. But what this is about right now is for you to get all of this stuff that's yours, that's coming to you. And you can't do that when you're holding on to all this stuff from the past. You got to let this stuff go. This is like someone who's got years of trauma that's not completely been dealt with. I don't know if you've done therapy, whatever. That's not the point. Something is just all scar tissue and no healing. You know what I mean? There's too much scar tissue. You got to get that stuff up and reverse. So what I would suggest, just based on this reading, is start focusing on your dreams. It's really easy. I mean, this stuff is just basic. Like, start focusing more on your dreams. And as far as the energies that you're feeling, that's just a sign to show you, you know, what's going on. For that, you just have to protect your energy. Visualization. Visualize, you know, breathing in white, pure light, and breathing out that black smoke, whatever that is that's coming from other people. Visualize a shield around you, whatever works for you, a bubble of light, a screen. I mean, talk to your guides, communicate, stay in strong communication with your angels. Things are always going to get through, especially when you're empathic. That's why you have to protect your energy. I feel like when I protect myself every day, I still feel as much as the average person. I just don't feel like the average person on steroids, empath level stuff. You know what I mean? So just protect your energy and that'll help. But you've got, obviously with the Nine of Pentacles, you've got good stuff coming your way. So that's good stuff. Wow, I donate for nothing. What did you donate? Oh, thank you for the $5. I don't do $5 readings anyway, though. It is $20, but the list is closed. So if you want to donate 15 more, I'll go ahead and do a reading for you. It's up to you. But no. How can you donate for nothing? If it's a donation, then a donation is for nothing, isn't it? So it's for feeling good about donating. I thought that's what a donation was. Just saying. Hey, Stacy. Okay. I know. Okay. Next is Lynette. Thank you, Mel's. Good luck. That's kind of like a double negative or oxymoron. I donate for nothing. That is typically why you donate, yes. Hey, Jason, you're on the list, Maurice, so you definitely didn't donate for nothing. Hey, Jason, I accidentally called you by the wrong name on PayPal. That's okay. I did not notice. Oh, I'm so sorry. What's your question, Lynette? Joan said, vibe high. Vibe high. What's your question? Mm, 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 mm. I did dream of him. Blah, blah, blah. Chasing, he told me. Is there any messages for Lynette from her Virgo, Anthony? It's okay, Lynette. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, the death card came out. Okay, what's this? Seven of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit. Okay. Wow, he's really, this is really sweet. This is really tough and it's really sweet. So his energy is really here. I can tell just by the cards that came out. I'm going to show them to you and I'm going to tell you why I can feel that's what it is. The Death card, of course, came out right off the bat. Also the Devil card, which represents those addictions that we're being struggled with. This is the basis of what the reading was about. And then look what we've got. We've got the Hermit card. That's his Virgo energy. You know, that's definitely what that is. And then we've got the Four of Swords. Okay. The healing. The Ten of Pentacles. That's really beautiful because in life he had the Seven of Cups going on. So this was, I think what you don't, I don't know if you may realize this, Lynette. I think what you may not realize, but I feel like the answer is you do already realize this, but you need to be reminded. This person was in a lot of pain in human form. This was not a pleasant experience a lot of the time. The human form was not a fun place for this person in a lot of ways. And I think for you, like the connection to you was a beautiful thing, obviously, but the focus when you've got the Devil card, that's painful energy. Okay, that's really painful energy. That's usually addiction, overindulgence, things that are keeping someone. It's where the soul and the flesh are at odds. So what happens? I've never had a near-death experience. Well, I don't have one that I remember. I probably have had a couple because I am a recovering addict and I overdosed many times. I just didn't die from the overdose many times. I have heard people who have had death experiences, near-death experiences, death experiences, and from what I understand, this really represents what I feel happens, and that this is what's happened with Anthony is they leave, the minute you leave your body, all the things that were so important to us that stressed us out so much are meaningless. That it's not the way we're taught in Sunday school. And the ideas that we have as humans that are human constructs of good and bad and right and wrong, not that there aren't certain things that are high vibrations and low vibrations, but that it's not the way we see it. It's so much more about coming here, learning, experiencing, loving. Everything is love. And when you leave the body, you suddenly are so free from all of the burden immediately. And you, it's even though it's just like going through a doorway from one room to another, it's also apparently very much freeing in the sense that you, all those things that were such a burden and so heavy are no longer. So I love the Ten of Pentacles coming out because I think you are really fortunate because this person's energy, these cards came out really strong representing his energy, right? The Death and the Devil right off the bat, establishing what happened. The Hermit card, the Virgo energy, and then the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. That's that healing coming, okay? That's that healing coming. And the Ten of Pentacles is the treasure chest. So he's got, I feel like he's saying a couple of things. Yeah, he's fine, but you were and are a treasure to him still. And I feel like there's such a strong connection there. If usually though, and this has been my experience, I've read about this from psychics and it's been my experience. I was sort of haunted by a best friend. I've had a lot of loss in my life, you know, because of the crowd that I ran with for the early part of my adult life. A lot of people died doing stuff they shouldn't have been doing. And one of my best friends died at 34, and she haunted me. Like I think there was something that her soul was trying to tell me, and I wasn't connected yet or awake, and so I didn't know what was happening. But every night I was waking up at the same time in the middle of the night, and she was doing weird stuff, and I was having weird dreams about her. Anyway, the point is, it was 6 months exactly from the time she died when we started communicating like that. I don't know when your person died, but if it's been 6 months, you will probably start to really notice an uptick in communication or feeling his presence. Because for some reason, there seems to be a 6 month period for most people from the time they cross over to be able to make contact of any kind. I don't know what it is. If it's like it takes 6 months to be able to figure out how to do it or what, but there's a very, you look it up, guys, Google it. There's a very common link between hauntings and spiritual connections with people who have passed on or crossed over, and a 6 month waiting period. It seems like after 6 months, it's like a power button gets turned on. It's very strange. But I don't know how long it's been, but if it hasn't been 6 months, give it till 6 months and pay attention. But yeah, I think this is definitely a sign that this person is very much more at peace now than ever before, and that this life was not the place to be for them. So, sorry guys. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm no longer taking bookings tonight. I've got a heavy list as it is, so I apologize. And I've already done some heavy readings, so I don't want to get, my energy gets really drained by this. So I apologize. Yeah, so if he died in September, you're welcome. I would say around March, that would be at the 6 month point. When Pisces season comes in, start looking for him to really, because here's the thing. I do, I said, guys, I'm not a psychic and stuff, but I'm not going to lie. I have had definitely mediumship. I've had connections come through from people's lost loved ones really strong and unexpectedly. Like I've been doing a tarot reading live for someone, and all of a sudden her ex-husband came in and I had to do a reading for her son the next day because he wanted to talk to her son. Stuff like that has happened. And Anthony did not come through just now, Lynette. Like I can say that I did not feel him come through. And so that's why I figured it had not been necessarily 6 months yet. But the cards came through very strong. So someone, probably my guides, made sure that I got the message. Okay. But I didn't connect with him. I did, but it doesn't surprise me. It's only been 2.5 months. So there's something about that 6 month period, guys. I don't know what it is, but I read about it when I got that haunting stuff, and it's true. So look for him in March to start, because I can feel this person does want to they want to make you feel a lot of things. So I think you'll be feeling a lot in March. Okay. Sorry for your loss, Annette. Next is Emily. Emily, you are next. What guidance, advice? Wait, why do we have two Emilys? I have Emily H only on my list. Should I have the other Emily on my list? Emily Burkhead, you're not on my list, right? You didn't send money, did you? Emily H, I have you on my list from earlier. And the list is closed, guys. I'm sorry. What guidance, advice do I need to hear about the new guy I started seeing recently? Okay. Oh, you did. So two Emilys sent payment. Why do I only have one Emily on my list? I'm not sure. When did you send a payment, Emily? And under what name? Anyone who sent a payment after I came live, I'll be refunding you guys after the broadcast, because I came on. I don't know if you didn't hear, but I came on and said the list is closed. So I apologize for that. Okay, I'm going to put you on the list at the end, Emily. Okay, sorry for the confusion. Emily B, I'm going to put you on at the end. Right, I got yours, Emily H. I had you on my list, but I came on when I came on like at like 8:45. I had you on the list. Show me Emily's situation. The Knight of Wands is coming out, so I do have to say that this could be an energy that's not really ready for maybe a long-term commitment just yet, but they also have the Nine of Wands. So when these two come out together like this, it does seem like this is somebody who can be taken very seriously. However, they've got a lot of pressure on them and burdens on their plate when it comes to relationships. They may not be in a frame of mind that they're looking to get into something serious or long term. It's really going to have to be how you feel this out. Now, the other side of that is the Temperance card and the Magician are coming out. So I would say with both of those cards, there's definitely an energy that you could put you can with this. There's an energy that you could definitely see some things change as the energy gets balanced out between you, because right now the energy isn't balanced out. And so you can see with that the Temperance card is about alchemical transmutation and things becoming balanced. Usually when you see this card, there's one or the other side, whether it's you or him, someone's not equally involved. Like one person may be really into it, the other person's halfway there. This is saying that things need to be balanced out. Now, the good news about this is they're going to be balanced out, and it's not really anything that you have to do. The Temperance card is a major arcana. You can see who's doing the balancing of these cups. It's an angel. So it's not in this dimension. There's nothing you need to do to make this better or have a better chance. However, I'm a bit confused. I feel like this is about my twin. Probably it is. However, what I would say is with this being balanced out, and then right after that, the Magician coming out, that's talking about fast movement forward, coming unexpectedly and out of the blue. Message deleted by Isha. Giselle. Why did Giselle's message get deleted? What happened? With this energy, I mean, thank you, Isha. I'm sorry. Giselle's one of my special people. She's been with me since like forever. So I didn't even know she was in here still. With this energy, I do feel like there's going to be fast movement forward. And if this is your twin, this really makes sense. What I would say is, sorry, Giselle, she didn't mean to delete you. She was trying, my moderators delete comments when I'm doing individual readings, because it throws me off. As you can see, I'm sitting there reading comments instead of doing the reading. So she's just helping me out. But Giselle is not in here that much, so she's okay. She didn't know that, but it's okay. So we'll talk in between reads, guys. With the Magician here, though, I really do feel, Emily, like if this especially is your twin, what's happening right now is once this energy is balanced out, is your twin soul fire energy or someone who's not in committal right now and maybe in another situation? Because the Nine of Wands is usually someone who's dealing with a lot of stress when it comes to relationships or in another relationship. But that's divine masculine energy really surging forward. You're being guided to be the Queen of Swords in all your relationships right now, including that one, which means not necessarily cutting someone out of your life, but not being willing to put up with any BS. The Queen of Swords is I think the Queen of Swords is a sign of someone who's very loving, okay? The Queen of Swords is someone who's very loving, but she's not going to put up with any energy that's not fair, that's not reciprocal. So it's definitely saying to be on the lookout, regardless of who this person is to you. You're being guided to be on the lookout, because this can be someone who feels very passionate. Like you could think, oh, this person really is interested in me. They really want something with me. The Knight of Wands can be deceptive, guys. That's why people call the Knight of Wands the player card, because not that he's always a player, but his energy can be deceptive, because you could think, oh, this person's into me. And then the next day they're gone. So obviously that's not necessarily always the case. But when I see the Queen of Swords coming out with that, it is kind of saying, be aware of this person maybe not being what you see, what you feel at the time, or being hot and cold. That's what can happen with this energy. So, and it can seem hot for a while. Like it doesn't mean hot one day and cold the next. It can seem hot for 6 weeks and then cold all of a sudden, or vice versa. So just be aware of that, okay? But There is good stuff coming. It's just that something's not quite balanced here. One of you is more into this than the other. And that's what's up. All right, so thank you, Emily. Okay, so what I'm doing here, what I'm gonna do, okay, good luck with that, Emily. What I'm gonna do, guys, I need to fix the list because you're welcome, you're welcome. I need to fix the list. So Emily B and Giselle actually made it. Is Giselle still here? I need to see if is Giselle still here because she made a donation. I'm gonna go ahead and put her on the list too. I don't know if she's still here. Giselle, are you still here? I'm gonna put her on and just see. Yeah, I've got you, Maurice. I have you on the list. I've got, here's who's left on the list, okay? I've got Christina G, Debbie N, Elaine, Joan, Lisa V, Darcy, Stephanie, Maurice, Emily, and Giselle. That's what I've got so far. Oh, Giselle left, okay. Yeah, when she came in and put money, I had already said the list was closed, so she probably didn't think I was gonna put her on. I'll just talk to her about it later. It's fine. Oh, okay. So we're not doing Lynette. Next is Christina G. Oh, it's okay, Emily. What's coming up for you in December? Christina G was in my Twin Soul group from like last spring. Christina G, remember, she was in the group that my Twin Soul and I were both kind of doing together. We haven't been in contact in months, Chris. Isn't it? And Joan was too. Isn't it funny how the Twin Soul journey? It's crazy, right? Okay, what's coming for Christina G? Nope, she isn't. Okay, yeah, thanks, Isha. Oh, good. You helped me too. You guys, we all help each other in this. What's coming in December? Did I get your message about the reading? What reading, Stacy? A reading tonight or which? Tell me what you mean. Follow up from trying the first time. A follow-up reading? Hold on, Christina. I've got your cards pulled, sweetie. I'm sorry. Are you talking about an email, Stacy? Oh, yes, we've got it. Yeah, message me on Skype, sweetie. Message me on Skype. We'll get you done. Okay. Sorry, I'm sorry. See, I just like here today, gone tomorrow in my mind. Okay. Here's what we got. Here's what we got. Christina. Yeah, we did like half of Stacy's reading and she was had a lot going on and it was a bad night. It was one of those energy drains. So Christina, this is good. You're coming out as the Queen of Wands. Again, that's an energy that can be very dominant, very confident. I like the Queen of Wands for you. And I also like, here's what's interesting. You've got two majors and the Four of Wands. It's like Christina's cards. I don't know if you jank the cards, Christina, or something, but they always come out really good. What's happening here, though, is I don't see a lot of movement in December. I see a lot of preparedness, though. The Queen of Wands is an energy of forward movement. She's like a creative energy. However, what's funny is with the Four of Wands, you know that's union, and that's definitely something happening, divinely guided energy, moving toward union, if not union altogether. Now in this deck, it is two women, so this can represent for you a friendship or a business relationship moving forward in a really special way, but it is leading to really good things, because with these being obviously the strength card and the hangman card, neither one are major movement cards for me, okay? But it is major growth. And that's really what this is about. I mean, I think as we go through this journey, we all really start to realize what it's really about is spiritual growth, right? Spiritual growth coming into actual union with ourselves, right? Because nobody's on the same time. Even our twin souls are not going to be on the same timeline as us until they are, right? We can love each other from here until the end of time, but if we're not on the same timeline as each other, it's not going to, just the fact that we're in the same lifetime is good, right? But things aren't, I feel like with the hanged man, that's representative of a lot of enlightenment coming in. There's all that blue and green on this card, all this clarity coming in. And the strength card is also really about a lot of your energies balancing. Aren't you a Scorpio? I think you're a Scorpio. If you are, that's good. I mean, I know for me, right around the time of my solar return, my energy is usually pretty on point. And so I think you're heading into December with good energy. Someone it's either you or your twin. Somebody's got strong Scorpio energy in this thing, I know. Okay. There's good things on the horizon for you. I feel like it's really, though, a period of, I feel like the Four of Wands came out as a reminder, to be honest with you. I think it came out as a reminder card for you because of where you're at. These cards being not a lot of movement or action cards, it's to remind you that this is actually leading you toward union, and it's really important right now for you to focus on the enlightenment that's coming into you, the downloads, and also to focus on the balancing of your feminine and masculine energies, right? Even though you are divine feminine energy in your relationship, within you, that masculine and feminine is coming into balance, and that's such an important thing. That's what the strength card represents. The divine feminine energy hugging the lion, he's the masculine energy. It represents those two things sort of balancing out, and the strength that you gain from that happening. And that's what also allows you to be in the most receptive mode possible. So it allows that Four of Wands energy to sort of be there. You've also got the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck upright. That's an energy of building and an energy of, again, everything feels like you're in the building blocks phases. So I don't know how that feels to you. It feels good to me, but it definitely feels like a slow build. So that's what I got. Found out my twin flame ended his relationship. Well, that's really cool. That's good to know, because that's always, I feel like, you're always connected to your twin soul. But when things like that happen, the connection is definitely strengthened because of the fact that it's not about you, but what it means is, if he was able to end that karmic relationship, there's strength he's finding that, and spiritual growth in that. And spiritual growth always brings twin souls closer together. What is my dog doing? Anyway, that's what we got, Christina. Okay, next is Deborah. Debbie N. Where is Debbie? You're welcome, sweetie. Good to see you. Where is Debbie? There is Debbie. I've been feeling pretty stuck lately. Me too. Causing anxiety. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Scorpio season can very, very honestly be rough on people. And, Mercury retrograding. I think, no, not Pluto. Venus was retrograding, or is. It's tough. It is tough energy. There's no denying it. I think a lot of people have felt that. Like, everything's suddenly in slow motion. Things which were which were flowing nicely a few months ago and coming very easily are now like a struggle. It's just the way it is. And if you're flowing nicely with it, you may have Scorpio in your chart. What's going on with Debbie, and what is the guidance for her? It feels like you're grieving a little bit, though. There's something more than just anxiety. There's like this sadness, because the Five of Cups is here as an overall energy. So that's more than just anxiety, Deb. It feels like there's a little bit of sadness or doubt about something, like you're doubting something all of a sudden, or you're feeling like something's not good or not going to work out right. It is, though. Is your person's Gemini, right? Comes out King of Swords. Was it Gemini energy? I think it was. I think we've talked about this. Yeah, I thought so. Yep, and it came out King of Swords. That reminded me when I saw the King of Swords. You've got the Chariot here. Things are good. Now look, here's the issue. You're in this Four of Cups energy, but right beside it, you've got the Ace of Pentacles coming in. So it's like there's an offering. The universe is trying to offer you this Ace of Pentacles. That's a new beginning in something. I don't know what, but it's a new beginning in something, and it's good news. A lot of this is, I'm not saying it's in your head because I can see, well, I can't see, I can feel. I feel there's resistance coming from this person because they're over here. They feel like they're almost outside the reading a little bit. And the King of Swords, here's the thing. Gemini, Gemini, one day they're like a Gemini can literally, this is an example of a Gemini. If I'm a Gemini right now, oh my God, I love this crystal ball. This is my favorite thing on the planet. I love this. And then an hour later, oh, I'm throwing this out. Like, I'm sorry, that's how different those two personalities in a Gemini can be. Literally, the thing that you are obsessed with one moment, is just like, oh, it's like, have you ever seen how like a baby monkey or a puppy, like the way they play with something and then all of a sudden they're like, but on to the next. That's Gemini energy. And the fact that his King of Swords is over here, like outskirts of the reading, I get that. I get that. And see, the thing is, my twin soul is Gemini as well. And I'm Gemini ascendant, so I get it. I have a little bit of that problem too. I tend to be like that a little bit. So this is not surprising to me, but a lot of this is not exactly what's going on. You have to remember, don't always believe everything you think, and don't always believe everything you're experiencing in this reality. Because the truth is what's happening on spiritual levels, in your heart space, and in the strings that attach you to another. That's where the truth is. The truth isn't always in what you're experiencing on this 3D plane. I know that's hard to grasp. It's like, no, the truth is what I'm experiencing. But actually, it's not. It's just not. Because what you're doing is, your experience right now is the result of things that you manifested back then. What you're doing right now, you may be experiencing this reality, but you're manifesting in your heart the future already. So you better remember to start manifesting this instead of this. Because this is what you're feeling as a result of things you've already brought in. But this is trying to come in, and it can't come in unless you shift into this mindset and this vibration. You've also got the Chariot. There's an energy of fast movement forward. There's an energy of fast movement forward in this Chariot card. It's upright. It's trying to move forward. It's moving toward the King of Swords. And although he is pulling some he is showing up in some strong Gemini energy, he's still here. He's here in the reading, so there's strong energetic connection here. And you're stuck in this Five of Cups. But the thing about the Five of Cups that I always want people to remember is, yeah, there's 3 cups upside down, and that's a lot of loss and sadness, but there's still 2 that are upright. This person's just not focusing on those. This person's focused on the wrong stuff. So that's about you. You've got to shift the focus, because there is still good stuff here. There's good stuff happening here. It's just not happening maybe the way you want it to or the way you thought it would, but you're not in charge of this. The universe is. And remember, you can't be attached to the outcome or to how the outcome comes along, because it's never going to happen the way you thought it would. Not ever. So remember that, okay, Deb? That's what we got. Thank you. Elaine, you're next. Elaine, we've got Elaine, and then Joan, and then Lisa V, and then Darcy, and then a few more. You're welcome. Good luck. Elaine, sorry, put yours up again. Can you put your question up one more time? Elaine, sorry. Thank you. If I am intimate with new soul connection, is that harmful to my progression to... Hey, Isha, you're on a delay because you're deleting comments because you think I'm doing readings when I'm already done with them. So can you refresh your screen, sweetie? If I am intimate with the new soul connection, is that harmful to my progression? TF, union, distracting me from my healing. No. I can just tell you that without pulling cards. It's never harmful to a twin soul connection to move on with your life and seek happiness, especially if you have a soulmate. That's not. I don't care what anybody says. You go after your happiness. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I've got somebody. Hey guys, sorry about that. I'm gonna give a minute for everyone to catch up. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Sorry, I forgot I had my a friend of mine was bringing my bike over. I am okay, Sparky Tims. It's okay, Isha. You're just doing your job really well. It's just that I think what happened is because when Elaine put her question up the first time, I was already to the point where I asked her what her question was. And so you saw it and deleted it. So I think you were just a few seconds behind because you thought I was still doing the other reading. So that's what the problem was. Because when you're behind, that you see the chat as it is. You just don't see you know what I mean? So that's what it was. That's why I noticed when you deleted it. So anyway, it's no big deal. And like I said, my friend just showed up and she was bringing my bike at 9:30 and I totally forgot because I had my bike at her house. Okay. All righty. So I was on Elaine. Sorry about that, Elaine. But yeah, no, you got to go after your happiness. It's not going to harm your your progression with your twin soul union. In fact, remember this, guys, whether you have a twin soul or not, especially when other soulmates come into your life, people come into your life for a reason. And once you're awake, whether there be a test, a karmic, or a true soulmate that you can have a relationship with, if the universe is sending you a soulmate that you want to be with, it's because your twin soul's not ready. If your twin soul was ready, you probably wouldn't have that other person coming in for you to be with, right? So don't push that away if that's what you're interested in doing. Let's see what your guidance is. And some twin souls are not meant for that type of relationship, you know. I mean, like, I don't know. There are definitely twin souls who are best friends. There are twin souls who are family members. It is usually romantic. I know with my twin soul, ultimately, we were best friends. There's definitely a lot more there than just that, but that's was the basis, right? I think you have to do what fits for you, and don't let any if you're acting or not acting out of fear, that's not good. If you're like, oh, I'm afraid to do this because I don't want to harm this, fear is never the right answer. In relationships, at least. Yeah, so if you've got the Empress and the Queen of Swords. Now, you do have the Four of Cups. I feel like this is representative of your twin soul and the Hermit card. I think what's going on here is you're being guided to really go after the things you want, but also to act decisively, no BS. And with the Four of Cups and the Hermit card here, I think that twin is really someone who is just not ready for the connection to be what it's going to be one day. And that means the timing's not right. And so there's a lot of room for things to shift. You need to be able to focus on this other connection though, without being stuck in the past or what might have been, okay? The past doesn't exist. Just remind yourself that. And when you think about the progression or union of your twin soul, you also have to be willing to release them with love. Like, just release them with love, right? You love them. You would love to have a relationship with them in any form how that manifests, but release them with love because that's the only thing you can really do until it's time. Wow. Well, if he's been awakened, he's still in some sort of resistance to the connection. And he's got this time. He needs to do his sort of time. It looks like his journey is meant to be a little solitary right now, and that's definitely the way you're both coming out. So I think what you really need to assess for yourself is, God, I'm hot now that I had to get up. What you really need to assess for yourself is, for you, do you feel comfortable being in a relationship with somebody else, or do you feel it's better for you to be alone also right now? That's really what you need to look at. Well, he needs to and see if he's not even out of that yet, and he's getting the hermit energy. He's still with a karmic, and his energy that's coming out is the hermit, saying he still needs to have some time by himself, even before after that, and before you guys are together. You've got time, so you need to decide if you want to be alone or to go forward with the soulmate, because it's not a good idea anyway for this twin soul to jump from that right to you. That's never, or at least not in a long-term commitment kind of way. That's never good. Trust me. Even if someone's a twin soul, it's never good. It usually means the healing hasn't happened yet all the way, because that's just a sign of not being spiritually mature if he does that. But I do feel like with the Empress card and the Queen of Swords, you're being sort of guided to take decisive action in some decision, whether it's to decide to be alone, or to, put yourself sort of emotionally all the way in with a soulmate. You need to probably act pretty decisively and focus on what you truly want, what your heart desires. Nothing and no one else matters at this point. It's okay to be a little selfish right now, Elaine. Okay, thanks, Elaine. Next is Joan. Joni, throw your questions up, Joni. Sorry, April. Yeah, for tonight it is. Okay. Does Joni have positive or negative energies coming her way soon? I feel very positive, but I'm going to let the cards tell us. So you've got the Six of Swords and the Queen of Cups and the Hermit also. So I do feel you've got this kind of, what this means to me is that this is happening for a reason. The Hermit, like I said, a lot of people are getting that Hermit energy right now. I think that's so important coming out of this Scorpio season and going into a period of really assessing the damage and assessing the growth. God, assessing the growth that you want to take place. Sorry, I just had to carry a bike in from the driveway, so I came in sweaty. This is about assessing, right, the growth and moving forward. But this is saying the results are positive, and the reason I know that is because the Queen of Cups in this deck is a really great person who has clarity, and she's very happy and healthy. And also with the Six of Swords, that represents moving out of turbulence and into calmer waters. So that really represents good news to me on all fronts coming in your direction. Really moving out of that turbulent energy and into calmer waters is good. And I also want to say, the bottom of the deck, you've got the Moon card. And I think this is about that divine feminine that it's almost like that Lilith type of energy, that divine feminine empowered energy. It's not to say she's evil or, but Lilith can be an energy that's, not exactly, it's strong energy. Let's just put it that. It's very strong and powerful energy, and it can be forceful, okay? So I would say this is in some way going to empower you to sort of take back your life in a sense, or to be, kind of to be a warrior. And yes, you already are a warrior, but this is on a different level. This is it's like the environment's going to get calmer and you're going to get more riled up. As things in your environment, good news flows in, and you get things around you get calmer, you're going to be getting more riled up and more excited about life and the prospects for the future. So it feels good. I like it. But yes, definitely positive results headed your way. That we claim. All right. Next is Lisa. I love you, Joan. Next is Lisa V. You better look out. She's about to come and get you. What does Lisa need to know about Carlos? Okay, so you're going to have to be really patient with Carlos, apparently. You've got the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, then the Star and the Six of Swords. So I don't know where you guys are at right now, but there is an energy of maybe walking away. Sometimes you have to walk away from things when they're not everything you want them to be in order to get what you deserve. I don't know if you're going to have to do that or not, but there's an energy of patience, waiting for things for divine timing. That's really the Seven of Pentacles is about divine timing, okay? She's wanting to pull those things off the tree, but it's not time yet. Okay, this is just about having put the effort in already. Like, you've already done the things you need to do. You've put your effort in, you've put whatever you needed to do. It's been done. Like, you've planted the seeds, you've watered the garden. It's now time to wait for the timing to be right. There may be things you need to walk away from. There's 8 cups this woman's walking away from. She's walking toward her true love, all those secrets held within her heart. And someone's got to go through their own transformation. I think you've already been through this transformation with the star, and this is representing Carlos. Yeah, I think this represents Carlos going through a transformation. Carlos has a lot of things he needs to allow to come out, to be brought forth and come out. And Carlos also needs to be willing to move into this new cycle with you, to this new place where everything's possible and there's not manufactured problems, right? This feels like someone who has, when I looked at the Six of Swords, what I felt is someone who has been manufacturing problems to stop from being emotionally close and intimate. I don't know what that's about, but this is going to take care of that, the star. Well, if you walk away, I will say the Eight of Cups is usually not a permanent walking away. Usually someone comes back around and they come back to things being a lot better, a lot happier down the road. But this is definitely an energy of walking away. I'm not sure, when and if you're going to do that, though. I feel like that might not actually happen. But right now there is a need to go through this transformational energy with the star. And for him to be willing to move into this place of no longer, right? Of no longer doing whatever he's doing as far as like creating, what is this? He's like creating false drama or it just feels like manufacturing problems where there really don't need to be any. So you hit the nail on the head. Do you feel he's very guarded? He's not going to be as guarded. I don't know. Listen, I don't think you're going to get like the Knight of Cups coming in to offer you all the love in the world. I don't think that's what you're getting from him anytime soon, but the Six of Swords does depict an energy of someone willing to move into a better place with you and wanting to. I think he wants to. I think when he's in his heart space and connected, he wants to move into a better place. I think something's off, though. He's just not comfortable right now. But you can't do anything to fix this, right? I mean, the only thing that we saw that you can do with the Eight of Cups is maybe walk away. But right now, that Seven of Pentacles says you've already done your side of the work. You've just kind of let the garden bloom. See if it blooms. And the energy's there. The star's a major arcana. The universe is in charge of that stuff, that transformation. So it should happen. It should. But again, with free will involved, there's no guarantees, guys. Yeah, that's there you go. Manufacturing drama right there. And he's doing that on purpose, Lisa. No bueno. Sorry about that, Lisa. Well, decide what you've got to decide. What am I doing? Am I Seven of Pentacles waiting, or am I Eight of Cups walking away? Either way, it looks like it's going to lead to a better time with you guys down the road. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Darcy, you're next. Darcy, throw it at me. What's your question? Okay. Okay, Darcy, hang on one second. So, guys, we have a list we're doing of people who already have made their love offering for readings tonight. I'm so sorry, but I can't take any more tonight, okay? Sorry, Wendy. Is this the person Darcy thinks it is? Who is this soulmate that I was seeing? Wow. Yeah, it's someone you've had a lot of interesting. There's some interesting stuff here. The Justice card is here. So the overall energy justice right now. I don't know if that's about the justice system, that type of thing, but it is here, the Justice card. So it could be Libra energy or both, right? Hierophant as well. That's Taurus energy, and that does represent someone who is in your environment. Now, this may not be someone in your environment. Let me rephrase that. The Hermit card, I mean, the Hierophant card is a soul. Like when I see the Hierophant card, I think of two people who are soulmates. Like their souls are like this, right? Whether you're together, whether you're talking, whether you're not, it's deep. It's a deep connection. I remember, Jai and I were talking after something we did the other night, and she had a cool. Jai's pretty intuitive, as you guys know, and she was talking to me about a soul connection of mine, and she was like, "Wow, I felt that. That's a deep connection, and it's something private." But this is what that represents. This Hierophant represents the type of connection that she and I were talking about, where it's like if another person can feel your connection with somebody else, it's a strong connection, right? If another person that knows you, and I can feel this is a strong connection, right? This person sees you in a light that I don't think anyone else on earth sees you. Whether they admit it to you or not, that's another story. Okay, that's a whole nother ballgame. But they do. This person also is someone who's got a lot of burdens right now. We've got the Ten of Wands. This is someone who's going through a lot and is feeling very alone at this time. I don't know why, but they're dealing with hella heavy stuff, okay? You are definitely someone they see in a very positive light. They have a lot of their own healing to do and their own demons they're battling, and whatever that means. So I know, and that's okay. But you've got the Justice card, right? That's the first card that came out, and the Hierophant. These are the two cards that I would really focus on for you. It's sort of a reminder that regardless of what I said about like could be involving the justice system, forget about all that. What it really is saying to you is this. Everything that's happening right now is divinely guided. It's happening for the higher good of you and your soulmate. It is supposed to happen the way it's happening, even if it sucks. It's supposed to happen that way, and it's for the greater good. And you're going to have justice in the end. Justice, the scales of justice are going to balance out. What is deserved will come in. Things are going to be fair. Things are going to be made right. Wrongs will be made right. Whether it feels like it right now or not, they will. They're already on the way. Okay? So remember that. And yes, this is definitely someone established, and it's who you think it is. Thank you, Darcy. All right, Stephanie P. Stephanie P. Stephanie P. Love you too. What messages do you have for Stephanie and her Cancer? Yeah, really beautiful energy. The Sun was the first card to come out. Some stagnant energy too, though. This is the problem. Okay. You guys are long term, for sure. This is going to be a long-term relationship, and it's going to work out, but there's some tough stuff going on. You've got the Two of Swords and the Death card. That's what's blocking the Sun. But this is what you got. I think this is what you're feeling, because even though this hasn't manifested yet, this is what happens in these type of connections. As you're coming closer and closer to a beautiful time together, you start to get this excited feeling inside all the time, and you don't even really know why or what it is, right? That's what's happening here with the Sun. Also, these are just decisions that need to be made. Something's being avoided having to do with the past and letting go of something that has not been let go of. I think it's your energy and not that person's. So I don't know what that is for you, but you need to look at that. There's something that's holding you back, and it really needs to be ended, and really like a clean break needs to be made. There, there's you're moving. They're moving towards you as Knight of Pentacles, and you're coming out as Queen of Pentacles. So a lot of good Earth energy. This is very established long term. So this, like I said, this thing is long term. It's going to last, right? It's not just going to be done. So with the sun here on the horizon, that's clarity. That's that childlike happiness. I'm not sure what this death is and what this. There's something that's got to be broken free from. I'm getting that like Four of Pentacles energy. Your hands are full. Something from the past that you need to get rid of. It's like a little human. It needs to go. I don't know what it is, but it's got to go. Break free from that, because that will stop this from coming in. So whatever that is to you, and your intuition will serve you here. So I don't know what it is, but whatever's in your mind right now, that's it. That's what you've got to break free from, okay? Because there's too much good stuff, right? There's too much good stuff right around the corner for you to not do that, right? You got to do that. You got to do it. Okay. Thank you, Stephanie. That was good. I like the way that feels. I feel like you're right on the cusp of some amazing things. Don't be afraid. Don't avoid change, and don't avoid dealing with the stuff that you've got to deal with, okay? Good. I'm glad that makes sense to you. Next is Maurice. Where is Maurice? Maurice, you're up. Don't be afraid. Fear will never serve you, and it will never get you what you want. What do you see for me the next 3 weeks? My concern is money and work. I'm a Cancer sign. Okay, let's see, Maurice. Money and work for Maurice in the next 3 weeks, guys. Money and work. Next 3 weeks, money and work. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, you have the potential for a lot of changes, like a lot of changes, and it's up to you to help them come in. I also will say, though, with the Three of Swords came out, I don't know if we're talking about money and work, this could have to do with two people you work with stabbing you in the back, or I could be reading that energy wrong, and it could have to do with you and two other people collaborating at work. And if you do, to just be careful with what you share in the workplace. There's two people, two feminine energies, female energies, I think. This is interesting. There's definitely a lot of forward movement in the next 3 weeks. You've got the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is usually a communicative energy. It represent travel, forward movement, a lot of things happening all at once, and things in a good way, positive movement. But with the Star and the Magician coming out side by side, the Magician represents masculine energy and action and being able to manifest what you want by having all of the tools at your disposal. So this suggests when it comes to work, I don't know if you're starting your own business or if you're in like a management type position, this suggests somebody who can really make things happen for themselves. Very like independent energy. But the Star represents major changes. The Star is a card of like transformation. The water being poured out can represent emotions. It can also represent pouring a lot into something, pouring your heart into something, So it feels like you're really pouring your heart into something soon, or have been and are going to continue to. The Hierophant came out also. So this is saying that it's going to pay off. There's going to be a payoff. I don't know if it's going to come in the next 3 weeks, but there's a big payoff here for you. And it feels really, when you see the Hierophant card, that's a representation of something being destined, being preordained almost. So this is also Taurus energy. It represents hard work. It represents somebody who is committed, very tenacious. So all of these energies feel good. And I feel like the only one that makes me a little uncomfortable is the Three of Swords, because this can represent heartbreak. It can represent being let down. And this came out right off the bat. I felt 3 people involved for sure in that. So I think what it's about is, okay, well, if you can collaborate, there's probably two people, specifically women, who could help you in the search for something new, or even in the search to change what you're doing where you're at. But there's definitely change on the horizon. If you, but see, here's the thing, Maurice, you have to make it happen. I mean, the magician is not. This is not something happening to you. If it was just the star card, I would say maybe it was change happening to you. But with the magician coming out beside it, this is you making it happen. That's your power. That's you having everything you need on the table to do what you need to do and make it happen. So I think the biggest takeaway that I get from this is you really need to spend time focusing on balancing your energy, being in a place of speaking positive things, using your words, speaking good things into your life, and knowing that even if things don't get fixed the way you want them to in the next 3 weeks, I think they definitely are going in the right direction, especially with the Eight of Wands. It may be more like 8 weeks, but it's getting better. Give yourself 8 weeks for things to really improve. That's what I would say. Thank you, sir. Last is Emily. Is Emily still here? Emily B. Emily B, where you at, girl? Emily B is up. Thank you for your help tonight, Isha. Christina Maria had something she was doing, so I knew she wasn't going to be here, so I really appreciate it. You're welcome, Maurice. No problem. Thank you for the donation. What's your question, Emily? Throw it up again because I can't remember it. And then I'm gonna pull an energy card for us. I'm gonna pull a spirit animal card and an energy card for everybody. You're welcome, sweetie. I'm sorry, the list is closed for tonight. Emily's my last one. I'm a little drained tonight, but I'll be on again probably Friday. If you can get on the list Friday early, because it'll probably close down early too. But what does Emily most need to know? You're at a crossroads in life, and you're dealing with someone who's been deceptive to you and has not been forthcoming about the way they feel. And so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If it's someone who loves you, that could be a good thing. If it's someone who is acting like they love you and they don't, that could be a bad thing. But yeah, you're at a crossroads. Someone is not being honest with you. And also, the good news is whatever you put the work into, you will see results almost immediately during this time. But in relationships, you're being called to act like the Queen of Swords. And you know the Queen of Swords. What does she do? She cuts off with their head, like off with their head if they're not living up to what they need to do, right? Knight of Swords in reverse. Someone is not being honest with you. Knight of Swords reversed and the Seven of Swords. There is a man in your life who's not being honest with you. I'm so sorry. That's what that is. I mean, the Knight of Swords upright can represent someone coming to express some truth. Reverse is just the opposite. And the Seven of Swords is deception. So these are two cards in a row representing deception. Someone is not telling you the truth about something. If you're in a relationship, you need to have a talk with someone. I'm so sorry, but that's what that is. There's no other way for me to read that. You know what I mean? Like there's no other way for me to read that. Again, this is a great card for you. You are definitely at a point in life where the things you put effort into, you should see results coming back, whether it's things that are paying off and telling you to go in the other direction, or whether it's work things where you're really, being rewarded for your hard work, that type of thing. This is hard work pays off card. And if it's about this relationship, it's kind of saying, if you do what you need to do and get to the bottom of that, you're going to get the right results. It's not going to be bad. It will be a good outcome. And with the Two of Wands, I think you're at a crossroads, and it feels like it's about something to do with a relationship. And this could not necessarily be a romantic relationship. This could be familial or otherwise, but it's something like that. Ah, okay. Well, that could be what that's about then. Thank you, Isha, for putting that up. But yeah, I feel like there's good outcomes coming, and it makes sense that you're focused on work. You're going to see a lot of success while focusing on work. So that's a good place to be. But in any relationships, whether it's the one you're separated from or any familial relationships, friendships, be the Queen of Swords. Don't put up with the deception. Someone's deceiving you, and it could be about money as well. So be careful about that if you do move forward with anything more than separation. Okay, you'll have a good outcome as long as you're careful and as long as you keep both eyes open and on your coins. You're welcome, Emily. I wish you luck. What card do we need for the Mercury going direct energy as we move into Sagittarius season? The Horse Spirit, freedom is yours. Freedom is mine too. Goodbye, Scorpio season. And then we've also got, wow, the Crow Spirit, co-create with spirit or source. And the Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter, guys. Clear out the clutter. Kermit says, clear out the clutter, Miss Piggy. All right, guys, I got to go. I could barely even pull those cards. I'm so tired. Those last cards I could barely even pull. So take that, how it resonates for you in your life, loved ones. You guys have a great night. I wish you a happy rest of your week. If you're waiting on the Zodiac readings to get up, I should have the rest of them up tomorrow. And if you're waiting on a personal reading, I should have those done by tomorrow or Friday. And if you want to book a personal reading, the information is in the description here, so you know what to do, and I'll contact you within 24 business hours of receiving payment. I love you guys. Love you, mean it. Have a great night. Namaste.